Hello and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekend, the show. I'm Mal Lee, your host for this evening. Hope everyone's keeping well out there and I hope you've had a great day today. Back at Grassroots football, what more could we say? So long as you've enjoyed it. The weather was atrocious early this morning. Tons and tons of rain. Not as bad as I suppose Wolves and Aston Villa last night. It was horrendous. And congratulations to Wolves on a really good performance there. I think Liverpool will have their work cut out now. It's not going to be an easy game against Wolves, and I don't think it ever was, because we always struggle against teams like that. So they'll be on a high, and if they perform like that, my God, it's going to be very close at the bottom. They need to start winning, and I think they've been unlucky in many games, including us. So well done to Wolves, and well done to each and every one of you who are out at North Liverpool JFL today. And if the John O'Leary Winter League was once again on today, I apologise for not getting there. It's just that, honestly, I am so up the wall at the moment. I can only squeeze in one or two things in on a Saturday morning because the work is just unbelievable, I assure you, what we're trying to do in the podcast studio. But I was out and about talking today, meeting a few referees and also meeting out with the committee and watching the girls on the committee, Rachel and Julie eating cornflakes for breakfast. What more could we say? But you know what, absolutely fantastic. They were in the cafe, so no excuse, and you've got to respect them. You know, they're working all day, and it was great to see them having a little bit of cornflakes for breakfast before they'd done all their admin. Or it was in between anyway. Yeah, great smiles on their faces, as always, and I suppose with Bob and Peter as well, meeting them. And still on the way to Steve, referee, Tony, referee. One or two of the referees out and about, Callum as well, they were there. And yeah, it was great to see them, young referees as well. And the Girls League was on today. The car park was even today at Jeffrey Humble, I must admit. And a massive mention to all the staff there. Once again, Leah, Luke, Dan, we were all involved there once again at Jeffrey Humble, the cafe. Smiles on their faces, making people all happy. But everyone today seemed to have a smile on their face. And later on, as I was going, the sun started shining, but I think it's going to be on and off all day, that rain, so I'm not too sure whether you will have cancellations on the grass pitches. But North Liverpool, the grass pitches were on there, so they got plenty of games in. They're not falling behind whatsoever. Well done to all the committee there, getting the games on as well. But it was heaving today, I must admit. Loads of REFspect as well, talking to the managers, talking to the coaches, great stuff. And well done to Mark as well. He was on his way out as I was coming in. Well, I say well done, I'm not too sure whether they won. Normally they do, but one of those days where everything seems to be going right. Yes, there may have been one or two red cards, I'm not too sure, but we'll have to find out how these actually went. We'll get a feedback next week. Nice to talk to Tony Smith as well from the sidelines on the field of play. Watching the kids playing, great, honestly. Loads of respect towards the referees, and the small side of football, I suppose, is. And I put a post out this morning, I'm not too sure where many saw it. If you did, it was more or less saying, if you're an irate parent or spectator and you can't control your temper, stay away from the game. Just leave your child to play, or someone else's child to play. It's all about the kids' grassroots football. I'm not too sure whether some of these adults actually know this, but looking at the footage that was all over social media over a couple of days ago, Wales, where adults were fighting on the pitch, and there was a woman filming it, and I think it was that woman who was actually shouting to everyone to pack it in. But well done to her, because she was having a go and filming and showing the culprits, because hopefully their county FA can actually ban them now. I know they will on the team, but maybe it's unfair on the parents who didn't get involved. But what was unfair was the kids who were trying to stop the fights. And I'd say these kids are probably about under 14s, 13s and 14s, all trying to stop the parents fighting. Now they could have got hurt, the referee can get hurt, the referee wants to put themselves in the middle. They don't expect that. They're not turning up to witness what goes on at grassroots football. No one knows what's kicked it off, but it came to the attention of our local paper, the Liverpool Echo, and we didn't use the footage, I just watched the footage. But plenty have been sharing it, and it's hard to see, hard to take in, and we know there's things going on across the world at the moment which we don't want to hear about, and we're just talking about scuffles at football, major scuffles at football, and looking after our referee. We know people have got it worse at the moment, and we don't know what the consequences are going to be over what's happening in the news, what we're hearing on the news this morning. So I think there's a lot of people very, very worried indeed. So all we want to do is continue on with grassroots football, and hopefully there's some lovely stories going out there and people are enjoying themselves, because, as I say, we're working very, very hard in the podcast studio and beyond, because we're going to have a DXTL tech studio or tech room. That's what it's going to be, where the tech experts will go in and monitor what we're doing in the studio, and basically filmers, controllers, editors. Wow, we're really looking for a great response, and we want to soup it up, and we can't wait to get you guests into the studio. And we're talking about officials from the PFA, the PGMOL, also the shall we say, no, we have the PFA, maybe the FA themselves as well. We're looking forward to have a little chat and find out what's going on in development over the grassroots football in 2025, 26-27 season, because there'll be a lot of changes, we know that. Whether they're mandatory, we're not too sure, but they may be. Certain games will be, but maybe not 3v3. We're not too sure on that one, but we will get it from the horse's mouth themselves exactly what we're going to be watching in kids football for next year. Yes, we see a lot of posts coming out about people not going to be happy with this whatsoever, you know, but again, it's grassroots football, isn't it? Yes, it's grassroots football, and we've got to grin and bear it. And thank you for everyone who participated in the REFspect awareness programme, and people letting on to me. You walk around and there's a lot of people letting on and seeing how you're doing, and it's great to see, because, as I say, we're the CCTV of grassroots football. When we're around, nothing happens, but when we're not around, probably, or it could be that all hell breaks loose on and off the field of play. We don't want what I witnessed on social media with a post with all the parents fighting and the kids trying to stop the game, trying to stop them fighting. It's frightening. It really is. What's it doing to the kids' mental health? That's anyone suffering with mental health, they've got struggles there. And that happens. I saw a lot of kids standing off watching it, just watching, not even talking to each other. So I could actually see the fear in the faces of the kids. And this is the message that we want to get out to all irate parents and spectators, managers, coaches. If you can't control your temper, stay away from the game. Just let the kids play and leave the referees to officiate the games. That's all we ask. It's not hard to do. And if you go and watch a game, just, as you say, get the duct tape out, which we've got loads of there. Anyone wants that, we can pass that out to you if you want to put it all on all the parents during the match. Fantastic. Great. And silence is a virtue sometimes, and I know there is a project, Silent Weekend, that comes out as well. Yeah, it may happen to one or two, you know, over there, but I can't see it being 100% accurate and what have you. just like Don't Cross the Line, just like the work that we're doing with the REFspect programme. You know, you can push it out a million times. It's an awareness programme. It's just to get in your faces and get into your heads that we don't want to see verbal abuse, aggressive behaviour, racist comments or bullying at grassroots football or on the streets, anywhere, but mainly grassroots football, the biggest sport in the world. And it doesn't mean just on Merseyside, it means across the globe, it means in your country, county, wherever you may be. It's a national awareness REFspect programme that we do, and we try and get the message across that it's not worth it, because you could get your kids banned, your team banned, yourself banned, the club throwing out the league. Is it really worth it? Jeopardising the future of kids football because you want to win. And that's all it is. Egos, big egos sometimes. And if something happens within a game, I know it's a hard thing for parents to say, don't get involved if you can. It's a hard thing, but try and counter 10, stand back and leave it to the authorities, leave it to the officials, leave it to the referee, leave it to the committees to act, and they will. They will. You know, and I feel sorry if those kids should be rewarded for, you know, for trying to stop the game. They really should. Not thrown out of the league. If the parents are found guilty on one team, ban them. Give it to a responsible adult. And we were talking about this today at the North Liverpool. I was talking to Peter and we were talking about DBSs, and it you know, what my ideal way is, maybe if you haven't got a safeguarding certificate or a DBS, either or, then maybe you shouldn't participate in watching your child play grassroots football. And responsible parents will actually put in for a DBS check, or if the majority have got them anyway, or even a safeguarding certificate. And if we could do it free, you know, if there's funding out there from the government, from the county FAs, to give DBS checks free, wow, how many would stand up and say, I'll have a go at that? I really will, because I want to protect my child when they're playing football. And that means that the adult is covered. They have an official DBS. Something to ponder on. I'd love your ideas as a parent, as a coach, as a manager. Adults, get in touch, mal@don'texttheline.com. Please get in touch and let us know what your thoughts are. What could we do as part of the adult game watching on? What could we do to make it more friendlier for the kids out there and the referees as well, who are trying to get on with the football game? Because it's all about development. We say it a million times, development, skills, you know, attitudes. This is what we need to portray, like the schools, week in, week out at grassroots football. So we'd love you to get behind the campaign. We'd love you to get your ideas into us, what you think we could do. We pass it on gladly to the FA, to the county FAs. The contacts are there. We can just feed it on. They'll take a note of it, because we can get through to the people for the work that we do, because we've got built the trust over these established years that we've had Don't Cross the Line and the REFspect campaign and No Ref No Game involved in grassroots football. We've been bringing communities together since 2003. We're independent. We're not part of the FA, or we're not part of the county FA. We just give them feedback on our thoughts, and if we find anything untoward, we'll give feedback to the local authorities to make a difference, to protect the children and referees at grassroots football. And the majority probably now are minors who are officiating on the games. So It's what it's all about. It really, really is. Getting everyone behind grassroots football. And it was a great little show we had yesterday with young Dan. And we were talking away about the studio. Dan's excited as to what's going on. And we're just amazed with what plans that young Dan has got. If you could just send me all the details, because I'll tell you why. I don't think he has wrote down, or has he? Yes. Right, dan.admin@don'txtheline.com. Glad you wrote it down, because I'm trying to get used to it. New email address, and we're trying to feed it out. So get your ref plan in to young Dan, because he's going to come up with the ideas, what you can do, and basically the ideas is what could you do for those referees over the weeks of the 12th, 18th, 25th of April. Maybe just start them on the 12th of April to get your ref plan in for your club, for your team, and how we could support our referees, make it more friendly for them, even on the pitch, even on the field of play. What could we offer them? Pennants, anything, certificates, anything to make you feel good for the referee over those weekends. Just to get involved. And we're trying to get businesses to put up, I apologise for this one, we're trying to get businesses to upload all the certificates and what have you, and give them out to the referees. It'd be absolutely fantastic to welcome your referee. It would be fantastic, honestly, if we could do that. Brilliant. So yes, Dan is in charge. Dan.admin@don'txtheline.com. Dan.admin@don'txtheline.com. Feedback to Dan. Dan will put your name forward, and he's coming up with the ref plan. And if you could use that ref plan with the 3 words, REFspect, encouragement, friendship, and that spells out ref. If you could use those 3 words and build on that one for your ref plan, put them in a poster, put them in anything. What could ideas, this is what we're trying to do, give you some ideas, some feedback that you could enter your team to do over those weekends, and we'll be watching closely. And the best idea, as we say, should be a great prize, and this is what we're looking at with businesses. So please get involved in it, and we're hoping that the PFA get involved in it as well, and maybe the PGMOL. That's what we want, all to get involved in the plan. So we're looking forward to it, and if you're out and about tomorrow, please, exactly, loads of REFspect on and off the field of play. Look after each other, look after the referee, be a responsible adult, encourage the kids to play, motivation, the skills of the kids, just encourage them to carry on with that and give them the best encouragement that you can, because kids love encouragement, and that will change attitudes, I assure you, make them better players, make them a better person on and off the field of play. Respect. And you know what, when I come into football as well, I see loads of kids, and I open the door for the kids, and they're saying thank you, and it's great opening those doors just to get the response of a child. They don't just walk in, it's always thank you, and then you hear them please, and I'm watching them at the cafe to the staff, and it's thank you, please, when they're getting served. Great attitudes, great parents, keep all that up, and that will spread out onto the field of play. If you feel that there's one of the children there with bad attitudes as an adult, go and talk to the manager, and the managers, I'm sure, and the coaches will all sort it out together. We'll all work on something with the parents. Get this plan going, get this rep plan going, and be a responsible adult and enjoy the game, and don't get involved in any argy-bargy whatsoever on and off the field of play. Just go out and support the children playing football. That's all we ask. Support the children playing football. It makes a difference, honestly. It really does. And we need you to make that difference on and off the field of play. Good luck to all the teams playing today in the Premier League. Liverpool, come on, beat West Ham. Everton got a tough one there at Newcastle. Arsenal play tomorrow. Man City play today. They could go, I think, 2 points behind Man City again. So it's opening up. What happens if Arsenal lose against Chelsea? Wide open for everyone in the Premier League. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back again tomorrow at, well, round about 4 p.m. because there's no games on in Premier League here on Merseyside and no elsewhere. Nationally, there is. Good luck to everyone, especially out and about at Grassroots Football. From myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here, the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, REFspect programme, Heart of Gold initiatives, No Ref, No Game, one step ahead on mental health. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheerio for now. Put your feet up, relax, and watch the Premier League. See you tomorrow.